You don't marry, it is risky. So anything you do in life, end of the day, there is a certain amount of 50-50 probability that, you know, it will do well, it will not do well. So I don't think it is exclusive domain of entrepreneurship in that sense of the term. So ideas are all around you. Develop a sensitive antenna, develop that heart to say, the conviction to say, I'm going to build a business around it. Number two, it is not enough to say, I have brilliant ideas. Act upon them. It has to get off your head onto a drawing board. It has to get off the drawing board into the marketplace. If it doesn't, it's of no use to anybody, neither to you, nor to the people whose lives you wanted to touch. Right? Thank you. Questions? No questions? No questions can only mean two things.
One thing I think you said us thinking, look around as ideas are. Basically, I came here thinking that ideas will come.
I'm the idea bag. But I hope the context has been set for you, that you can really look at ideas from every single situation surrounding you. You know, you don't have to look far, you don't have to make an additional trip, you don't need extra resources. Where you are in your life, if you look around, you will see there are opportunities. And in today's context, let me tell you, I travel 300 days a year, okay? I travel to the strangest of countries, okay? What I have seen, this is the best time to be in India. It's the best time to be an entrepreneur in India, because ideas are bursting around you. You don't see these many opportunities anywhere else. All other markets, believe you me, are dead. Whereas in India, my God, open your eye in the morning, you've got a burst of ideas. Right? You just need to, like I said, I think more than the antenna, you need that conviction. You know, that little gumption to say, I am going to do it.
Are you required to be knowledgeable and to keep yourself updated of the day-to-day happening?
Sorry?
Are you required to keep yourself updated with what is happening around you?
When you say are you asking me, or are you saying entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs in general? 100%, no? Today technology is changing so much. If you don't upskill yourself, your teams will leave you behind and go, no? Everything is changing so fast today. That's what I keep saying, because we mentor entrepreneurs. I keep saying the best thing about what I do is that every day there are 15 things I'm learning. Because we are domain agnostic, we mentor entrepreneurs from any domain. I think as of, this is what, November, right? I think as of October 31st, we had probably mentored about 1,500 entrepreneurs, right? 1,500 entrepreneurs means easily about 350 domains. Where would I have got an opportunity to learn about 350 domains if we had not mentored entrepreneurs? I think that's the best thing about what I do, right? It goes for everybody. If your learning curve starts dipping, then it's over for you, no? Your teams will upskill themselves, and one day they'll say, "Arey, he's an idiot, usko kuch bhi pata nahi hai." If you notice statistics around the world, why do people leave companies? The single biggest reason is they don't think much of their bosses. Yeah? So as an entrepreneur, it's very important. You're constantly ideating. Most of us think ideation is only at the beginning of the company, which is not a fact. Yeah?
Suppose you have an idea, say it's in the field of marketing or some advertising. Once you get the idea, you would suggest to go start on your own, or you would suggest to enter the market maybe through a competitor and then understand the market well and then enter with your idea?
The moment you define your business in terms of your competitor, your business is doomed. Because you will only try to do what he is not doing or what he is doing. Then your focus is the competitor, not the customer.
But then how do you understand the market?
So understand what he is doing, but define your business differently. Please read a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. Okay? It is very important that you create your own market space. You cannot say, there is Apple, my company is exactly like Apple. You will die. You will spend all your effort, time, money, everything trying to be an Apple. Trying to, be like your competitor instead of focusing on the customer. That's the example I gave you earlier. Don't focus on the product. Don't focus on competitor. Focus on the customer. Ask, why do you want what you want? Successful companies don't ask the question, what do you want? I think a good way to find out what the customer wants is, why does he want what he is asking for? And therefore, why will I give him what I think should be given to him? Go back a little. I remember when I was growing up, people said, it's important to give the customer what he wants. If you give the customer what he wants, he will be happy, he'll stay loyal, he'll stay with you. Then there came a time when that wasn't enough. People said, give the customer more than what he wants. Right? Then now is the time when even that is not enough. Facebook proved that. Now is the time, give the customer what he did not even know he wanted. That's the level of surprise, that's the level of delight, that's the seduction that you are designing. See, today, in today's context, you no longer talk of product or service. You no longer talk of designing a product or service. You talk about designing experience. Do you go to a McDonald's because of product or because of service? So if the product is bad, you will still go because the service is good? You go because of the experience, right? Why? I don't know how many of you know this. Cafe Coffee Day. The name is coffee. They're supposed to sell coffee. They sell the lowest number of coffees. Their spinach sandwich sells the maximum. Why? Why do people go there? To hang out? Because there's a customer experience there? Yeah? So you are looking at a new science called XPD, experience design. So it's a moot point now, whether you're in the product space or the service space. What you're looking at is to design an absolutely seductive customer experience. Yeah? So don't focus on your competitor.
Any more recommendations in book other than Blue Ocean Dialogue?
Pick up my book, Entrepedia. My wish list is there at the back of it. They're all good books in different spaces, but good for an entrepreneur.
Especially in the space of innovation and
I think your presentation was fantastic and provocative.
Thank you.
I wanted your assessment on what is the potential of this crowdfunding given the Indian context.
I think crowdfunding is an idea whose time hasn't come as yet in India. We haven't understood what crowdfunding means, but I'll give you the upside of crowdfunding. See, one of the problems entrepreneurs have when they raise money from, let's say, a single investor, okay, is that that investor will tell them how to run the business. It will no longer be the entrepreneur's company. Why? Because let's say he has a 40% stake or 10 crore investment or whatever, and because of that he will hold him to ransom. In crowdfunding, no one person has a hold over you. It's like what I said about Obama, $25, you don't have any hold, right? So many people have contributed, okay? So no one person has a hold over you, number one. Number two, no one is investing such a huge amount of money that they perceive it as a risk. So raising money is that much easier to ask somebody to put in 1 lakh than to ask one person to put in 10 crores. You understand? So it's much easier. 3, you have technology platforms available today where it can be done completely transparently online. Okay? So my gut feel, in the next 2 to 5 years, you will see crowdfunding becoming the order of the day. Okay? That's the only way India will move. One of the reasons why many of us don't become entrepreneurs in India is that there is this notion in our head that we'll need tons of money, and where will I get that money from? Okay? Crowdfunding is going to be an answer to most of that. In fact, in Karma, we wanted to do something called sachetized capital, similar to crowdfunding. But SEBI said we can't do it. So it didn't happen. I wanted to do it 4 years ago when I started Karma. We had checked with SEBI, and SEBI had said, yeah, you can do it. But when we listed online and we started, SEBI came back and said, no, you can't do it. So we had to. But crowdfunding is not like that. It's technology platform, it's fairly transparent, and you can look at it. There are some good books on crowdfunding, check them out. There are lots of girls here. Nobody wants to ask questions. No? No more? My mail ID is nandini@karmaconnect.in. Nandini, Nandini, @karma, CARMA, not K. CARMA, connect, karmaconnect.in. Anything, feel free to mail me. And I've moved to Goa now, so I am around. So anytime, feel free to mail me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Which part of Goa?
Panju? We're in Karamzale. All right, thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you very much, very much, ma'am,
My pleasure.
for enlightening us on various situations where the potential ideas are situated. Now, I kindly request D.S. Prashant, Manager SIBA, to kindly present a memento to the guest of honor of today's program and conclude the program with a vote of thanks.
At least 5,000 people have asked this question to me in the last 13 years. Please tell me about an idea which is easy to do, will not get much skill sets, but will give me a lot of profits. And I wish I had met Nandini 13 years back to answer these questions with the presentation which she has made. It was a pleasure listening to you, Professor. And we are thankful that you have come to SIBA, and we look forward for more interactions and mentoring services. We are also thankful to CII for enabling us to host Professor Nandini at SIBA. I hope you all had a very fruitful, informative session. Requested Professor that you can also have one-to-one interactions with her on the sidelines. She'll be available here for some time. I thank all of you for standing and participating in the program. In fact, like we were planning to have around 30 participants, but at the last moment we had a rush and we could not say no because we had a very good personality here. So thank you once again.